today. From Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
One of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
On first down, McNamara. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
On first and 10, McNamara checks this one down to Robinson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. On first and 10, it's Rob. Oh, Connor loses it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. To throw on 2nd down, McNamara. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! A great effort there. his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off the play fake, Fitzgerald. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. 1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough 2nd half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Off play action. McNamara. He's going to launch it for Washington. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great play there. 63 yards. And the Rams are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Fitzgerald buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a good streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson, and he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. McNamara. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. McNamara. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. But it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. Touchdown! A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got him this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up. And it carries over to the other side of the ball.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. you've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, McNamara. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Here comes the Rams punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And taken at the 46. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Here comes Kansas City. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing to start the drive. Fitzgerald looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Fitzgerald. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining.
And his kick is indeed good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and 2, McNamara. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. Off play action. McNamara. Caught out left side by Robinson. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away. And he's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Throwing on first down, Fitzgerald. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On first down, Fitzgerald. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Complete to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Looking to throw. McNamara. Here's a screen for Robinson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll look to throw again.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime.
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot before break. McNamara. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well. Trying to make it 9 in a row. A nice run on first down. Gets him 6 yards to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McNamara. And he will find his man on the outside. And he goes out right around the 39. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw, McNamara. It's caught, Cooper.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A gain there of 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake, McNamara. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Dancing away at the 35, and he's taken down inside the 30.
47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, McNamara.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McNamara. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, McNamara. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Terrell Basham. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 33.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
And it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
To about the 35, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Kind of a strange ballgame, Charles. We did not have a single point by either team after half. Really a defensive clinic by both sides in half number 2.
Wasn't that just beautiful to watch? Come on, man. Come over to the dark side with me. Wasn't that fun to see these defenses holding sway, right? Making sure they're controlling the game in the second half. It lets you know that you got to score points when you can. You never know when offenses might go a little bit dry, and you need those points from earlier.
So for the Chiefs, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile for LA, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll try to get back.